The turning point. Mike had always taken pride in his work. Day in and day out, he showed up at the plant, working tirelessly on the assembly line. The rhythmic clanking of machinery, the hum of conveyor belts, and the occasional shout of a supervisor created a symphony of stress. Over the years, the relentless pace and never-ending demands began to wear him down. The plant was a bustling hive of activity, but for Mike, it became a blur of monotony and pressure. One particularly grueling week, after working back-to-back 12-hour shifts, Mike reached his breaking point. He sat in the break room, the fluorescent lights flickering overhead, staring blankly at the untouched sandwich in front of him. His hands trembled slightly from exhaustion, and he wondered how much longer he could keep going like this. Just then, he heard a loud crash and turned to see his colleague, Bob, tumbling over a pile of boxes. Bob was known for his clumsiness and infectious humor, always managing to lighten the mood. Despite the chaos, Mike couldn't help but crack a smile.
You need a break, buddy. Check this out.
Bob dusted himself off and plopped down next to Mike, handing him a brightly colored flyer. The flyer was for an unconventional stress relief workshop run by a local comedian named Benny. Intrigued but skeptical, Mike decided to give it a shot. The following weekend, he found himself in a small community center, surrounded by people from all walks of life. The air was thick with anticipation, the scent of fresh coffee mingling with nervous energy.
Hey everyone, welcome. I'm Benny, and today we're going to laugh our stresses away.
Benny, a former stand-up comic turned stress relief guru, began the workshop with a series of hilarious skits about workplace woes. I haven't laughed this hard in weeks. The room erupted in laughter, and for the first time in weeks, Mike felt a genuine smile spread across his face. But Benny's approach wasn't just about jokes. He introduced a unique set of exercises combining humor with mindfulness and physical activity.
This is amazing! I can already feel the stress melting away.
I know, right? Benny's methods are so unique and effective.
One exercise involved participants pairing up and engaging in laughter yoga, where they performed exaggerated silly movements while forcing themselves to laugh.
Come on, folks. Let's see those silly moves and hear that laughter.
The forced laughter soon turned genuine, creating a contagious wave of joy throughout the room. This is ridiculous, but I love it.
I can't stop laughing. This is so much fun.
The highlight of the workshop was the stress meltdown segment.
All right, everyone. Grab a foam bat and get ready to let it all out.
Benny handed out colorful foam bats and invited everyone to vent their frustrations on a giant inflatable stress monster. This is going to be epic! Mike found himself laughing uncontrollably as he whacked away, the absurdity of the situation melting away his tension.
This is the best stress relief ever.
I feel like a kid again.
And just like that, the stress that had weighed Mike down for so long began to lift. As the workshop progressed, Mike realized how much he had been neglecting his own well-being. Benny's final exercise was the most profound. Participants were asked to write a letter to their future selves, detailing their hopes, dreams, and the steps they would take to prioritize their mental health. Mike poured his heart into the letter, promising to embrace humor and creativity, to take breaks, and to seek joy in the everyday. The act of writing felt cathartic, a release of the pent-up frustrations that had weighed him down. The following week at the plant, Mike faced a particularly challenging day. The assembly line had stalled, and tensions were running high. As the supervisor barked orders, Mike felt the familiar pangs of stress creeping in. He closed his eyes, took a deep breath, and remembered Benny's workshop. With a wry smile, he imagined the supervisor as the inflatable stress monster and felt a wave of calm wash over him. That evening, Mike called an impromptu meeting of the Stress Busters Club he had formed with his colleagues. They gathered in the break room, sharing laughs and stories, each finding solace in the camaraderie.
Bob, of course, provided endless entertainment with his latest antics.
One day, as Mike was heading to his car after another long shift, he found himself chuckling at the memory of Bob's latest antics in their Stress Busters meeting. The weight that had burdened him for so long was lifting. He realized that the power to change his situation had been within him all along. By embracing humor and creativity, he had transformed his outlook and regained a sense of balance. Key strategies. 1. Embrace humor. Find ways to incorporate laughter into your daily routine to relieve stress. 2. Creative outlets. Engage in unconventional activities that combine fun with stress relief. 3. Support network. Create a community or group to share experiences and support each other. Mike's story is a testament to the resilience we all possess. No matter how overwhelming the pressure may seem, there's always a way to reclaim your peace and find joy in your work. The key lies in finding humor in the challenges, believing in yourself, and never giving up. You, too, can find your turning point. Feeling overwhelmed at work? Take a page from Mike's book and find ways to introduce humor and creativity into your routine. Start a support group with your colleagues, try out laughter yoga, or attend a stress relief workshop. Don't wait for burnout to take over. Act now and transform your workplace experience. Share your own stress-busting tips and stories in the comments below, and join our community of resilient employees. Let's support each other and turn our stress into strength. And as always, remain motivated.